What is the implication and what does it take to be transformed? Are you ready? Those who become and those who are transformed are those who are willing to give up age-long, limiting, unscriptural and anti-destiny beliefs. Those who contend for transformation are those who are willing to give up age-long, limiting, unscriptural and anti-destiny beliefs. Just because a mindset has been there for a long time does not mean it is correct. Africa, we need to trust God for grace. We are people of grace and potential. Now let me tell you, when I talk of dropping wrong mindsets, I'm not, respectfully speaking, I don't necessarily mean picking Western mindsets. I mean picking scriptural mindsets. You can drop an African mindset and pick a Western mindset and you are still in the same place spiritually. So I don't mean getting a more technological error. That's not what I'm teaching. Africa's error may be crude. Then you now pick and advance a technological error. It's still error. Are we together? You will never contend for transformation until you are willing to give up age-long, limiting, unscriptural and anti-destiny beliefs. Let me confess to you up front that this is very, very hard, because we usually are emotionally connected to our mindsets. If no matter how wrong it is, there is an emotional affinity you have towards your mindset. And stripping yourself of that mindset to embrace a new scriptural and superior belief system is almost like asking you to remove your clothes and stand naked. There are people who would rather die than to contend for scriptural transformation. If you want to rise and do much for the kingdom, you have to obtain grace from God to put a superior reference that is higher than your territory. The scripture God gave me that delivered me from the limitation of my territory was John 1:6 and 7. There was a man sent from God. That thing changed my life. Sent from God. That means the physical point of my arrival is not really the basis for my victory. It is where I came from. I never came from heaven. I was sent. It didn't say there was a man who came from God. That means my arrival was the conclusion of an intelligent discussion between divinity. They saw the space that my relevance can produce as far as kingdom come. I was sent with intention. When I arrived at earth, my parents gave me a name. Lovely name, by the way. May God bless them. They are watching. Next verse, verse 7. The same came for a witness. So it tells you immediately the basis of your victory. He that cometh from above, he says, is above all. And I made up my mind that I refuse to be limited by the thinking and the influences that are associated with my region. Is someone learning? A young lady was crying and complaining to her mom about life, and she just felt that life was unfair, and she was shouting and yelling at the mom, and the mom didn't say a word. The mom just went in front of a gas cooker, a four burner, the one that has 4 compartments, and the mom put three pots and put water on them while the lady was yelling, "Mommy, are you hearing me? Life is unfair." And in one of the pots that was boiling, she put an egg, E-double-G. In one of the pots that was boiling there, she put coffee. Are we together? And then in one of the pots, I can't remember again what she put there. Rat? Carrots, thank you. Are we together? And she allowed it for a few, maybe some time, and then she called the young lady and opened the pots and said, "Tell me what you see." And she found out that, number one, her observation was there was fire under the pot on all three pots. So they went through the same situation of heat. Are we together? But for the egg that was fragile and could just, fall to the ground and you would lose it, it had now become hard and strong. You could even peel the back and you would not destroy it. For the carrots that seemed to be very hard, now you could almost bend it and it would bend like this. But she noticed something strange with the coffee. The coffee looked like the smallest of the seeds there, and when she put it, the entire water had turned to the coffee color. And she said all of them were subjected to the same situation. One influenced the system and turned it to look like the color. The other one became a victim, became hard. The other one became soft. But the other one said, I would not only change, I would transform the system. Is someone learning now? You can be one of these three. Some of you were very hard now. Some of you were very soft now. Some of you look very small and you're looking at yourself and say, small me in such a system. Learn from the coffee seed. It transformed everything there. Same thing happens with salt. You pick a pinch of salt and put it around and turn it, and that's it. You don't see it again, but you taste the food. It will establish its presence there. Even if the food spoils, the taste of salt will still be there. There are certain foods, when they spoil, they will taste like something else. But as for salt, it will still be there. Is someone learning? You must be willing to drop age-long, limiting, unscriptural, and anti-destiny beliefs